dear viewers. Shoaib Madawazi here with a second lecture of the electrical machine subject. And today's topic of our theoretical lecture series is the rotating electrical machines. So as you can see from the board, what are the rotating electrical machines? The rotating electrical machines are the continuously rotating electrical devices. That rotating electrical machines can be called as generators or the motors. So if interaction of between these two systems, electrical and the mechanical system, is to be takes place with the help of the coupling magnetic field. In these things which we have already discussed in our first lecture. Now, as you can see from the board, when conversion takes place from electrical to the mechanical form, the machine is called the motor. Means the electrical energy is to be provided to the machine, and mechanical energy we are obtaining in the form of the rotational energy. So that will be called the motor. And if whenever conversion is to be takes place from mechanical to the electrical form, the machine can be called the generator. So means there will be a reversible process of the motor and the generator, is that both are opposite to that in the processing. Now, if you see this bullet, when electrical system is characterized by the direct current, the devices can be called the DC motor or the DC generator. Now, machine is nothing but it can be act as a generator or the motor. So if these machines are categorized in the terms of the DC direct supply or direct current, so that machines are called as a direct current machines. And the direct current machines may be your generators and maybe your motors. So in the DC generators, we have several types of the DC generator. We will cover these topics in our inshallah coming lectures of the DC generator series, that separately excited DC generator, self-excited DC generator. In the self-excited DC generator, there are several types. Your compound generator, series generator, shunt generator, and we will discuss the construction of that generator in our next lectures. And then when electrical system is categorized by the alternating current, the conversion devices can be called as the AC motors or the AC generators. Means your induction motor that are used in our house as single phase induction motors are your work on the alternating currents. Okay, you are supplying the alternating currents to the stator of the induction motor, and rotor will rotate in the direction of the magnetic field because of applying the electrical energy to the stator side of the induction motor. And AC generators, the AC generators are normally used in our houses, and even if we are produce the bulk amount of the electrical power from the power stations, we are using the synchronous generators or the alternators. So these are the types of the AC generators. Okay. Now, what is the principle of operation of these machines? So the principles of operation of these machines can be described or explained by the fundamental two laws. Now, first law is that Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction, which is very popular law. Already you know that. In the basic electrical engineering subjects, we have studied this type of the laws. Means what this law describes us, that when magnetic flux linking a conductor, okay, an EMF is induced in the coil or the conductor, whose magnitude is directly proportional to the number of the turns of the coil and the flux changing with respect to the time. For example, if you are taking the example of the generator, okay, in the generator, mechanical energy is to be provided by the prime mover, okay, and it is convert the mechanical energy into the electrical energy. Obviously, the EMF is induced in that conductors, and when EMF is induced in that conductors, so their induced EMF is totally depend upon these two things: number of the turns of the coil or the conductors, okay, that are embedded in the slots of the machine, okay, and the d phi over dt, your magnetic field which is produced in the field winding. Then if the lines of cuts of flux or the lines of cuts of magnetism is going to be increased, and your number of the turns of the coil already when you are designing the machines are increased. What happens? Your EMF is induced in the coil will be greater or lower. It depends upon these two terms, number of the turns of the coil and d phi over dt. So this is the basic fundamental equation of the calculating the EMF equation, EMF in the Faraday's from the Faraday's law. Okay, maybe your generator may be your AC or the DC. So second is that when a current carrying conductor is placed, for example, if take an example of that conductor has the length L, okay, and placed in a right angles to the uniform magnetic field, what happens? A conductor experiences a mechanical force. A conductor experiences a mechanical force whose magnitude is given by the flux density, current, and the length of the conductor. So this will be the mechanical force is used for the production or developing the torque in the case of the motor. So this Maxwell law is totally discussed about the fundamental operation and the principles of that production of the torque in the case of the DC motors or maybe the AC motors. Okay, so this basic equation of the force is used to find the developed torque in your machine, whether it is DC or the AC. Okay, motors and the generators. Little bit we are going to discuss the concept of the motor and the generator. Now let us describe the let's describe the motor action. What is the motor action? Motor action takes place when electrical system causes current flow I through the conductors that are placed in a magnetic field. Means you are applying the electrical source, okay, supply the electrical energy to the windings of that motor. For example, a simple construction of the induction of the motor is that your stator and the rotor. The stator is energized from the AC supply or the DC supply. For example, if I am taking the AC supply or AC motor, when we are applying the AC supply to that your stator of the induction motor, what happens? The current is I is to be flows from the windings of that stator. Okay. Now, as a result, a force acts on each conductor, and if conductors are located on the rotor, means when the conductors are located, because the rotor and the stator both are comprises of the number of the conductors embedded in the slots of that both stator and the rotor. For example, a stator is energized from the supply. What happened? The EMFs or the your magnetic field or induced currents are produced in the rotor winding, and then it results that electromagnetic torque is produced in the rotor side. That will be in the form of the angular motion, okay, rotational motion. So revolving conductors cut the magnetic field and EMF is induced in that rotor. So that EMF is induced in the case of the motor can be called as the back EMF or the reaction EMF. What is the back EMF? The back EMF is the EMF which is totally opposite to that applied voltage that you are given to the as a supply to the motor. Okay, so this was the little bit operation of the motor. So let's discuss the operation of the generator. Now, in the case of the generator reaction, the reverse process takes place. In the motor operation, the electrical energy we are providing and mechanical energy we are obtaining. And in the generator process is totally a reversible process, means you are given the mechanical energy from where maybe your prime mover, maybe the steam turbine or the diesel engine. It depends upon the types of the power plants, your turbines. If you are taking the example of the steam power plant, the steam turbine are used as a prime mover to rotate the shaft of the electrical generator, and electrical generator produces the bulk amount of the electrical power. And then the your magnetic field is used as a coupling medium, because induced EMFs or currents are induced in the armature winding of your generators. When electrical load bulb or heater or anything else is connected with your load alternator side, what happens? with the terminals, the current I made to flow, delivering the electrical power to the load. And then the coupling magnetic field is responsible for the production of the generated EMF and the reaction torque. Reaction torque is that you are the torque, which is the main torque, is the providing by the prime mover, and the torque which is developed due to the electrical torque. Both are opposite to each other, so that will be torque which is produced in the machine is called as a reaction torque or opposite torque. So this was the complete lecture regarding the rotating electrical machines, and I hope that you have understand the principle of operation of the electrical machines and the motoring action and the generator action. So at the last, please don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel Shoaib Ahmed Dayo for more informative videos related to the electrical engineering areas. Thank you.